I predicted USC to win this game 34-30. Final score UCLA 38, USC 20. This is my first wrong prediction of the season in terms of wins and losses. Yes, I got this one wrong, and that's just too bad. And this was just a really terrible game. It really was. USC just did not look good on either side of the ball. I mean, USC had a few offensive plays that looked okay, but still a loss. And the team just looked very, very disappointing, and kind of sums up this 2023 season. Who knows if Caleb Williams will be back for next season? Obviously there's people can criticize his play or whatever in some of these games, but the rest of the team isn't really doing much else to help him. The offensive line, the defense, nobody's helping him. He's been really a one-man show, and so I think Caleb Williams deserves all the credit. He is, yes, one of the all-time greats at USC for what he's been able to do, including this year and last year. And I think, for his own good, he should probably go to the NFL and go make the money. Whether or not he's going to be a first-round overall pick, somewhere in the first round, great, good for him. But I think that's probably the best decision for him. Now, as for Chip Kelly, I mentioned in my previous video, there was a lot of talk about him possibly getting fired if he were to lose this game. Well, with a win for UCLA, I think he gets to keep his job for at least another year. So congrats to him, and again, congrats to UCLA. They were clearly the better team. Now, talking about Lincoln Riley, now the question is, what happens with him? Well, certainly after a performance like this season, 7-5, there's a lot of people that want to see him fired, and I guess you could put me in that same camp too. If he wanted to leave on his own, I'd be okay with that. Realistically, I don't think USC, like the administration, wants to get rid of him because the previous athletic director, Mike Bond, signed him to like a $110 million contract, and this is just year 2. So, going into only going into year 3, it's, from a financial standpoint, I don't think it's going to. I don't think USC has the, financial appetite to want to buy out a contract and get rid of him. Even though, again, from a fan standpoint, we'd like to see him go. So, but I think what's going to happen is he'll come back for another year, and USC will have another defensive coordinator. And then based on what happens with with that situation, then we'll know just I guess kind of what his fate will be like after that. But if he wants to leave on his own, he's more than welcome to. And so there of course are a lot of Oklahoma fans that said things about him, and I guess in the long run, ultimately, it's true. It's true. We had a good season last year, and Caleb Williams got a Heisman Trophy out of last season. Unfortunately, this year, in year 2, when you're supposed to see some kind of improvement and you don't see any improvement, that raises a lot of questions. And if Caleb Williams isn't around for next season, what's this team going to be like under year 3, going into the Big Ten and opening up the regular season of next year against LSU? So a lot of questions about this team, what they're going to be like, and Lincoln Riley. So me personally, if I were to just make predictions for next season, again, I'm under the assumption Lincoln Riley would be coming back. I think USC would be lucky to finish 7-5 in 2024. So yeah, those are just my initial thoughts. I'm kind of have let's say a more negative, more kind of pessimistic outlook, for this team at the moment. So we'll see. But I guess kind of looking at things on a more positive note to kind of end things here. Obviously, the one good thing with Lincoln Riley coming is you get a Caleb Williams as your quarterback, and got a Heisman Trophy. He's one of the all-time greats. It's just unfortunate though that the rest of the team didn't live up to their expectations and hold their end of the bargain in doing their jobs. And so Caleb Williams really was a one-man show. And this team, I can't imagine where they would be without him. This football program at USC is let's say there's a lot of fundamental issues. Let's just to put it nicely. There are a lot of fundamental issues, and we'll just have to see what changes come, in the off season. For going into 2024. Now, on another positive note, I just want to say thank you to all of you for watching the videos, for subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing your feedback. I really do appreciate it, and it was fun making predictions. I had done predictions last year, not on YouTube, but just with family or friends, and my predictions were pretty close in a lot of the games. So I figured, let's for 2023, let's get on camera and make the prediction and share the predictions here. Most of the predictions have been pretty good, with the exception of this game, but it's been a lot of fun. And as USC fans, this was one of the more disappointing of seasons. Feels very much like the 2012 season, where there was all this preseason hype, and USC ended up finishing 7-5 or 7-6, and we're kind of in that same spot here in 2023. So it's just what it is. That's football. College football. That's life, and hopefully things can turn around in some capacity or another. But just got to keep fighting on, I guess. And yes, as always, fight on.